What's up, guys? It's Joey Senna here. Today we're going to talk about 5 exercises that we can do for the external oblique region right in here. Okay, so these are going to be 5 exercises. They're going to be isometric and strength based and somewhat explosive as well. So we're going to have 3 different kind of elements to the exercises. And then before I kind of explain further, we're going to work the external oblique. So we need to understand, what does the external oblique do? Well, in your body it does mainly 2 things. It's going to do trunk rotation, which I think a lot of you really kind of intuitively understand that part. And it also does lateral trunk flexion, like this way. Okay, those side bends that people tell you are useless, they're not, obviously, because that's the function of the muscle, is to laterally flex the trunk. Okay, but I'm going to show you how to do a side bend effectively and where the resistance should be to do that. We're going to talk about that as we go through these 5 exercises. So just to quickly go over the 5 exercises, I'm going to tell you about them now. And I'm going to go in depth and show you examples and show you sets and reps later on that we could do for a full workout and kind of detail each one through examples, right? So the 5 exercises are, we're going to do a side iso ab. So we do isometric, right? That's one of the elements I told you we're going to do. We're going to do prone iso ab, which is a different way of hitting, the full core, okay? We're going to do a side bend from the floor. So that's going to be some trunk flexion, right? And it's going to be some strength, right? Strength movement. Then we're going to do a rotation trunk slam, which we all pretty much know, rotating the trunk, right? And using our external oblique in order to facilitate that. Lastly, I'm going to show you a side bend, but we're going to go with the cable on the top, and I'm going to explain why that's important. You'll see a lot of people out there saying, don't do these side bends, they're useless with the plates in your hand. Well, maybe those are okay, but the side bends aren't useless in and of themselves. It's all about how we make them work for us, right? Think about where we need the resistance to come from to flex the trunk, okay, laterally. And I'm going to show you how to do that. All right, so without further ado, let's go through these 5 workouts here. I'm going to go through each one in detail, and then I'm going to kind of reiterate what we're doing and then give you some sets and reps at the end so you can integrate these into your daily or weekly routine. Sound good? Let's do it. Starting off with the side iso abs. So just like it sounds, you're going to be on the side and you're going to do isometric contraction of your external oblique right there. As you can see, some key points here. You want to be on that elbow and try to be on that, in this case, the right on the side of your foot. Make sure you keep your chin back as demonstrated in the video. Keep your hand on your hip so as to facilitate a straight line with your posture. And you're isometrically contracting that iso ab. We're going to move it into a prone iso ab, as you can see from the position. We're in a prone position now. So key points here: don't let your hips sag, don't let your hips come too far off the ground. Try to keep a straight line from the middle of your head down through the middle of your pelvis, down through the middle of your feet. So draw an imaginary line through there. Don't break that line, if you will. So just again, key points: keep your abs contracted well, and just focus on your posture as best you can. And don't forget to breathe while you're doing this movement, because you can concentrate really hard just trying to keep the muscles contracted where you forget to breathe. Now, this is a full core workout. It's not so much isolating the external oblique, but they are lightly involved in this movement. And I like to transition from one side to the prone to the other side. Okay, so here we are just on the other side. You get a back view. Great view, right? I'm sure you've all been really waiting for this view the whole time. Again, just postural considerations. Keep your hand on your hip, chin back, and breathe again. Isometrically contracting, in this case, the left side. So again, we're starting with the isometric contractions here, and those are about 20 seconds, 45 on the prone, and then 20 seconds on the other side. Here we go with the side bend. So same position, but look, now we're flexing, right? Remember, lateral flexion of the spine. One thing we're working on, again, posture. Try to keep your chin back, keep your hand on your hip. Same position with the elbow and the foot applies. And I believe we're doing about 20 of these on each side. So we'll go one side and then the other. I'll have the exact specs in the routine. But here we go, same position from the back. And once again, hand on the hip. Try to keep your chin back and then keep that straight line from the middle of your head through the middle of your pelvis, through the middle of your feet. And that's how we're rolling here. Okay, so again, I think this is about 20 reps. I'm not counting as I'm watching this, but I think it's 20 reps. And I'll have an exact routine specification at the end of the video. So here we go. This is rotation now, so trunk rotation, right? Rotating this ball, slamming the ball, just as you can see. Up on the toes at the top, dropping the toes or the heels as you slam it down. So there's a little bit of internal oblique here as well, and you can clearly see the external and internal obliques working together to facilitate this twist and slam. A little bit of lats here. Again, just watch your posture. Try to keep your back as straight as you can throughout this movement. Keep your chin tucked. Just kind of pay attention to these things as we're going. This is about 20 reps, I believe, and then we'll have the exact specs on this movement in the end of the video. Here's a side view of the same thing. So it's just 10 reps here, but again, just so you can see what the posture looks like from the side and the rotation. Just kind of absorb how that's looking, and the heels coming up off the ground, all the way up, rotating, slamming that ball. Okay. Breathing in, out. Next movement, side bend. Yep, we're doing the side bend. So it's getting work, as you can see. The external oblique is working really hard here. Some of the resistance comes from the top, as you can see. We're grabbing on top of that ball that breaks away that cable from the hook, and we're going to get on top of that to facilitate that stress from the cable going right into our external oblique, and you can clearly see the stress being applied there, and I kind of point at it just to emphasize the muscle group that we should be feeling it on. And this one's almost cut and paste, where you should be able to feel this without too much practice. Again, watch your chin posture. Don't let your head go forward too far, and try not to round your back too much. I know we're kind of flexing our back or our spine to the side, so it's gonna be a challenge, but again, I'm just kind of showing you where you want to feel this movement, and I'll have the exact reps here at the end of the video, but I'm just really demonstrating performance of this and what you want to feel and the value of it. This works. The one with the plate on your side, I'm not going to endorse just yet, but this one I'll stand by all day long. Okay, we're back, guys. How'd it go? I felt quite a bit when I did it. Got a pretty good workout in. So just some key points to reiterate, like I was telling you during the video, during the demonstration. Watch your posture always. So sometimes you'll see my chin's a little too far forward, right, or my shoulders are hunched, my trunk is bent. So always correct that. So chin back, straight spine throughout every movement. That's important no matter what we're doing, and especially if we're doing core movement. So just kind of reiterate those points that I'm talking about in the demonstrations. Now, after this, you're going to get like a sample routine, and it's going to have like a beginner, medium, and advanced setting to it, so you can kind of integrate it into your routine. And don't be afraid to try these guys and practice. Okay, you're not going to get it perfect right away. Just do the best you can, and things will come. Okay. If you need further guidance, you can message someone like myself or find a local trainer to help. That's qualified, of course, in these aspects of training to help you understand and perform these and reach your fitness goals, which is ultimately what we want, right? All right, guys. So Joey Senna here. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. Share it with your friends, and just, if you have any questions, comment down below, and I will do my best to answer those when I get the opportunity. So if you guys enjoyed the video, and we'll see you next time.